Hey, great to see you. It's Kat Young, and I love helping people plan their trips. So today I thought I would give you a few tips on things to help you have a bit of peace of mind, as well as make you feel safe before you travel. So I guess maybe this is a little premature. I'm gonna put this bag away and we're gonna talk a little bit about things to think of before we travel. Just a sec. So the first thing I'd like to recommend is that you share your itinerary with a family member or a friend, perhaps both. I think this is really important because people need to know where you are and that you're okay. And you want to make sure that someone can reach you in case of an emergency and that you also are able to reach them. So by sharing your itinerary, I mean make sure people know the dates that you're leaving as well as when you'll return, the cities that you're going to visit, the hotel that you're staying in, or if you're staying with other friends or family members. Contact information as well is very good. So the information that you give them is really to protect you, to keep you safe. So make sure that you share this information. I can't tell you the number of times that I have forgotten to tell my parents that I was traveling. And so my dad bothered my mom a lot. And then I would get these frantic 4 a.m. texts from him saying, "Are you okay? What's going on? Why haven't I heard from you?" Well, I've been in Europe. So don't forget, it's important not only to keep you safe, but to give your family members and friends peace of mind. People want to know that you're okay, so it's a good idea to share that information before you go. Do you know where your passport is? Do you know when it's going to expire? What about your insurance card? Will it cover you if you travel abroad? Make sure you take a look at your travel documents before you go. The earlier you do this, the better. I have an Aunt Cece, and she was excited about her trip to Curacao. Unfortunately, her passport was about to expire, and she only found this out about 3 days before her trip. So, with a little fancy footwork and a lot of stress and strife, and about $400 later, we were able to get her passport renewed, and she had an amazing girls' weekend with no problems. Now, what I want to help you avoid is having to pay that money to get a rushed passport. You can do it, certainly, but by checking your passport in advance, you don't have this problem to deal with. So make sure that your passport doesn't expire for at least 6 months prior to your travels. This is the same for insurance. You want to make sure that your insurance will cover you if you're going out of the country, and if you need a different kind of travel insurance, you want to have had the time to look at this in advance. You don't want to be rushing and buying something in the last minute, and in fact, it doesn't give you any protections while you're in a different country. So make sure to take a look at your travel documents prior to your travels. My third piece of advice is have a day off before you go as well as after you get back. Why do I recommend this? Well, I can't tell you the number of times where I thought, I've got everything done, everything is great, and then I realized, actually, my bag is too heavy. I need to take some things out. I don't actually have enough clean laundry to travel with. I need to run some errands because there's some things that I don't have with me that I'm really gonna need for the trip. So by having a day before you travel, you can take care of any last minute things and make some quick runs and do some things that otherwise you would not have the time to do. So I firmly recommend, if at all possible, to have a full day off before you travel. Maybe you only have a few hours that you can take off and leave from work early. Take it. Any extra time you have is that time that will allow you to have a bit of a checkup on everything that you need before you go. So if at all possible, take a day off before you go. Now, take a day off after you get back. Why do I need that? I just got back from vacation. Well, you've probably been on a plane for a number of hours or been trapped in a car or something. So you want to have that time to decompress, unpack your bags, do your laundry, gear up mentally and physically for the next day. And it's hard to do that if you have to just run into the office. The other reason is, what if your flight's delayed? This allows you a bit of wiggle room so that if you are going to have to go in tomorrow anyway, at least you had that time so you didn't have to miss a day of work. So I firmly recommend, whenever you can, to have a day off before you go back. Hey, in an ideal world, maybe you have a weekend that you can get ready before you go travel on Monday, and then you return on a weekend. And I don't mean returning on a Sunday to go to work on Monday. I mean, if at all possible, you return on Saturday, have some time on Sunday to relax, and then you go in on Monday. So, these are my recommendations. What are the things that you do so that you can feel more at ease before you go? Let me know in the comments below. Also, like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you in our next video.